Laptops at the Assembly are busy churning out political blogs. As well as a few Assembly members, researchers and advisors are also contributing to the online debates about the way that Wales is run. Lib Dem Peter Black launched his blog in 2003. He uses it to write a running commentary on his Assembly work, but also throws in some backroom gossip from the corridors of power.
Essentially, I blog because I feel it's important for people to be able to interact and read my views and to talk to me through that medium. Also because it's a medium I can control, and I think that's quite useful too.
But some politicians have become unstuck by the blogs. In Eli Jenkins' pub in Cardiff Bay last year, Rhodri Glyn-Thomas, the Assembly's Heritage Minister, walked into the bar carrying a lit cigar. He was breaking the smoking ban, and it cost him his job. It wasn't a story until Peter Black wrote about the incident on his blog.
And I was just absolutely astonished the way that was picked up, the way it grew, and the fact that it led to Rhodri Glyn-Thomas's resignation. And I maintain to this day that Rhodri Glyn-Thomas could not possibly have resigned because of that blog post. There must have been other reasons why he went.
As well as Assembly members, there are plenty of other people offering online comments and opinions about Welsh politics. A number of these blogs are written by people who work inside the Assembly and use the internet to promote party policy and to talk down their opponents. For one man who used to work here, comments that were posted on his blog eventually cost him his job. Marcus Warner kept an anonymous blog while he worked for the Labour Assembly member Irene James. He was sacked when another researcher at the Assembly left a comment on his blog saying that Welsh was a brain-dead language.
I lost my job with an Assembly member, not because of any of the content, but because I hadn't declared it to her. It was in more case of breaching the trust rather than a sort of particular content issue. You know, it wasn't a case of I wrote something pretty controversial. I hadn't declared it. I think it's safe to say, you know, that any sort of bitterness or malice that had that comment never been left on my blog, I'd still be in that job. I don't blame that person at the end of the day. I think there's a certain element of naivety on my part.
The new blogs that emerge every week don't seem to be put off by stories of sackings. More and more Assembly members, MPs and grassroots activists are signing up to air their views online. But it remains to be seen whether the blogs will be a short-lived phenomenon or a permanent outlet for Welsh political comment. Hugh Thomas, CJS News.